Hey guys, so here's a new video. And just like I said, it is now 7:30. I just started uploading the other video, the really short one. So this one's gonna be a little bit longer. If the acoustic sounds weird, I mean, it always sounds weird, I'm sure. But I mean, this time it's because I'm inside my car. I haven't gotten outside of the car since I dropped off my sister. I'm in my parking. So yeah, that's how much I want to get this. Not really get this over with, but I really don't want to put this off any longer, simply because I feel bad for you guys because I've really put this off a lot longer than I should have. Admittedly, there have been it's been busy, but I mean, I should have made more of an effort to get the video out sooner. Now, first and foremost, it is the Diva Path Reborn. I personally haven't seen how powerful it's gonna be, but quite honestly, Diva Path is a fairly powerful card either way. It is one of the six Path of Pain. So I should just give it some props right then and there. But as I was saying, so it is finally the showcase for the Sage's Sixth Path. Now, keep in mind that this is a silver Sage's Sixth Path. I'm going to change up his formation. Hopefully, he doesn't get angry. But yeah, that's the Sage's Sixth Path. Now, oops. Now, as you can see, with his items, let's see, Tier 5 ring, Tier 4 amber, the pot, Tier 5 sword. Let's see, and Tier 5 Crimson Gourd. Okay, so as you can see, the Sage of Six Path, he's fairly powerful, just based on CP, as far as I know. This particular account does not have too many, reinforcements or collections. So that should give you an idea of just how powerful the, Sage of Six Path is. Now, to give you an idea how powerful the Sage of Six Path is so as you can see, he is a silver Sage of Six Path. Now, to train him up, you need obviously another event essentially to get gold for it. But as you can see, to train him up, you get a couple of 100 CP. Um, so see, here's the thing: the Sage of Six Path is really only powerful with his skills. Now, don't get me wrong, and don't misunderstand me. His unique skill is fairly powerful in its own right. Now, what it does, it deals true damage to all enemies and decreases self ninjutsu damage, with possibility to remove enemies debuff and cannot add buffs for 2 rounds. No need to hit, and it ignores the backhand. Now, this is very important for many reasons. Now, for example, say you go up against the Mizukage the Chojiro Mizukage combination card, which is the Terumime and the Chojiro combination card. So you go up against that, and they release the hit and miss skill, which is the skill that essentially allows them to be immune to debuffs for about 5 rounds. Now, because that particular combination card has a very high amount of dodge, it's annoyingly so to take it down simply because you can't bleed it and you have to hit it, and it usually has a very high amount of dodge. Now, with this particular skill, what it does, this skill has the ability to take off that immunity. Um, and that's really, really good. Because keep in mind, a buff is essentially anything that benefits the enemy's card. So, for example, Naruto Shadow Clones, Tobirama Shadow Clones, Hashirama's Wood Clones, anything that benefits your enemy's card, you can get rid of, and it stops them from getting buffs for 2 rounds. Now, that's very important simply because, like I said, you can get rid of an immunity for that enemy. Now, another thing is that this particular this particular card, it does have the ability to just constantly silence the enemies. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I mean, because one of his skills for his items, what it does is actually has the ability to silence all enemies at the end of the round. As you can see, the ring, it has the probability to silence all enemies at the end of the round. So that means that this could be a potential silencer for the entire battle. Now, admittedly, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I can't exactly show it right now simply because it's not my account. Okay, let's go ahead and equip something to one of these. So I'll take it off as soon as this is done. I'm not gonna win, but as you can see, so Truth Seeking Ball does that. Ember Purifying Pot, and it didn't release its silence, but keep in mind, like I said, it's at probability. Um, So this is mostly really just for, what's it called? PvP. Quite honestly, the Sage of Six Path is mostly for PvP. As you can see, he released his silence and he silenced the entire enemy team. Now, because it has the ability to do this every single round, you can potentially silence just about all enemies. Now, I don't know whether this is actually a, let's see, Gun, Truth-Seeking Ball, Ember Purifying Pots, Dragon Flame, and... Okay, it does trigger the backhand. Wait, let's see. Oh, it's not silenceable. Well, that one in particular. It doesn't look like it triggers a backhand, but if it's immune to silence, then it's not going to get silenced. That's interesting. So it does a decent amount of damage, as you can see. It's actually taking it one-on-one. And as you can see, it hardly took any damage from that particular skill. It's just that it's the stuff that gets triggered, it's very random. Now, like I said, it's only really truly powerful with the skills. The skills themselves are just insane. The passive skill, essentially, once he releases a unique skill, he can reflect just about any attack right after back at the enemy. The active skill, I believe, silences all enemies. Let me go ahead and check. The active skill. Unfortunately, this particular does not have the active skill, unfortunately. But it's understandable because the active skill actually costs 20k. The passive and the active skill costs 20k recharge to get during the last event. You could have gotten it for free if you, well, quote unquote free, the event before that featured the Sage of Six Path for the last auction before this one. But either way, it still is quite a bit of money to dish out for essentially what's just a passive and an active. Let me freaking find it. A Trigam, Super Spike Tooth. See, Shadow Imitation Blade, Chewbacca Tensei, Malera. Shida Tensei, 8 Trigrams, 5 Fire Seal, Adamantite Prison, Adamantite Staff, Complete from Susano. Let's see, Heart Tearing, Acrobats. Detachment from the original world. Where the heck are those actives and passives? 10,000 Lightning Clone, Enma, Iron Sun, Miss Mirror. Dang it, where's the active skill? It's funny because, I mean, most of these I've already finished in my own personal, well, not finished, but I've gotten most of the skill in my own personal account, but this is not mine. As you can tell, this is True Pain. It's James, big shout out and big thank you to him for letting me use it. But where the heck is that skill? It should have shown up already. I don't think he has it, does he? Shadow Restraint. Ten Tails Dream Juriki. Shukiomi. Kinkaku, Ginkaku. 8 Trigrams. Lightning Cutter. Yeah, see, he doesn't have it, so that's Nagato. That's Kushina, Infinite Tokyomi, Monkey King, Size Technique. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry. Force of Yin Yang. So this is the active skill, and what it does, it deals ninjutsu damage with ninjutsu attribute to all enemies. High probability to seal all enemies for 3 rounds, and immune to debuff for 1 round. So basically, it provides a shield or immunity to debuff to the 6 paths, or Zetsu, because Zetsu can use this active skill. Well, as long as you have them level 105. As I was saying, it provides a debuff immunity to the Sage of Six Paths, and then it also has a possibility to silence all enemies, and more than likely it will silence them. And keep in mind, it's for 3 rounds, not for 2, not for 1, 3 rounds. Now, the passive skill is the most powerful one, the most important part. But release unique skill increases allies' ninjutsu defense for 2 rounds with skills reflect effect for self. So if any skills attack the Sage of Sixth Path, those skills will be reflected back to the enemy. And once again, Force of Yin Yang times 7. These are the bloodlines for the Sage of Sixth Path if you're curious. Force of Yin Yang and Ten Tails, and then finally Rinnegan, as you can see. Yeah, that's really about it for this particular video. Sage of Sixth Path is not really a powerhouse when it comes to damage, quite honestly. Does not hold a candle to, say, cards like Naruto or even Sasuke. But at the end of the day, quite honestly, it's still a very powerful card simply because of CP, simply because of its abilities. Great for PvP, great for CP boosting. And even then, its damage is decent. As you can see, it did take down this Madara by himself. Let me go ahead and show you. I believe it was Ichibaku Tensei Madara. Oh. Must have been a good or bad luck thing. So as you can see, it's still doing a decent amount of damage. I'm actually fairly sure he can take down Nagato himself. Oh, wow, okay. It didn't do anything. Let's see, Rinnegan. I could have sworn that he actually took down one of these. It's just that I guess for whatever reason, it's not working right now. But yeah, either way, like I said, he does do a decent amount of damage. He is fairly powerful. And why hasn't he gone further than this? Should have been able to go, like, further. I'd do it for him, but I'm not quite sure whether I should or not. So that's really about it for this particular video. I'm sorry that I've delayed this for so long. It's just that things have been hectic, work, getting used to my new sleeping schedule, and just appointments in general with, like, people and stuff. For example, this Sunday, well, no, not Sunday, I work on Sunday. This Saturday, I'm going to have to go donate, well, not have to, but I'm going to go donate some blood, I believe, at the Red Cross. And then before that, I have to go to work. And then the day after that, I have to go to work. And to be honest, like, next Angel of Death on RuneScape has got me pretty hard right about now. I've made a good, I'd say 180 million off of it from Codex splits. I managed to get the newest magic prayer for magic curse. I got it before it jumped up to like 650 mil. I managed to get it only for 220 mil. But anyways, I digress. That's really about it for this video. Hopefully one of these days, fairly soon, I'm gonna be able to do a RuneScape video. Tomorrow or maybe even today, I'm gonna put out that combination card video. Although it will be rather short because I mean, there's not that much else to tell about combination cards nowadays. They're fairly simple to explain, but I'll give it my best go. So yeah, sorry once again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video for sure because of the next event that's coming up. Don't know what it is yet, but hopefully it's going to be interesting. Bye.